Siri, navigate me to Walmart.
One option is Walmart Supercenter, about 3 kilometers to your west. Is that the one you're looking for?
Sure.
Getting directions to Walmart Supercenter using Google Maps.
Today I'm going to review this factory-style CarPlay screen by Drive Connect Ultra, made for the 3rd generation Hyundai Santa Fe between the years 2013 to 2018. Previously, I posted a full installation tutorial video and received a couple of feedback to do a functional review of this product. What makes this screen different from other aftermarket screens is that this is inspired from the OEM Hyundai nav screen design, and it makes my base model Santa Fe look absolutely premium. It is a touchscreen as well as has physical buttons for analog lovers like me, and the screen refresh rate is seamless. Check out the smooth transitions, it is unbelievable. So in today's video, I'm gonna try to cover all the functional features of the screen, and before I do that, please make sure to subscribe and comment your thoughts to support this channel. Once you have installed the screen successfully, you probably will get this home screen in your device, and once it is turned on, just click on the settings button here and make sure you turn on your Wi-Fi. And once your Wi-Fi is connected from here, you just go ahead and connect this. This is basically an Android device, so use it how you would use an iPad or any other smart device. And once you have connected to your Wi-Fi, you can go to your menu and select any application that you want to use, like your Google Maps, download apps in your Play Store, and you can also use YouTube from this. Obviously, make sure you do not use the screen on its application when you're driving. You have a lot of features in the small Intelligent CarPlay device, so make sure you're safe and you park on the road. Never use all these settings while you're driving. Let's head back to the settings again. So here's the settings. You can look into more settings like your device. You can check your display settings right here, and you can go to general settings. Here you have the important features such as mute audio while reversing. Some people prefer that, and you also have the option to mirror the view when you're in the reverse mode. All these settings are easily accessible to you, and you can also change the lantern setting right here when you click on here. For example, I set up the color of my buttons to only be blue. Your device might have these lights in an RGB color, red, green, blue, and white color. You can match the backlight of these buttons to the factory lights of these Hyundai buttons, which is in general blue in color. So I turned on my blue color and I set it up, and this color now matches completely with my factory console backlight. And after that, you also have your steering wheel setting. So this will be a steering wheel learning option here. All you gotta do is press and hold the button on your steering wheel to go into the learning state, and click on any of these buttons that you want to reflect on the steering wheel. And this way, it will now learn the function of this button on your steering wheel. So the next thing we want to look into is the default navigation app. So I'm going to click on the Navi app, and then I set up the Google Maps right here as my default navigation app. You can choose any other app as your default navigation app on your own convenience. And the last thing on this general setting would be the fan setting. This intelligent 9-inch CarPlay screen comes with its own cooling fan, which you can then control from the general setting right here. You can set it up to auto mode, always on, or always off mode. All right, so now let's move on to the factory settings. So we'll click on the factory right here, and the password for this device is 3368. So once you put in the password, you click on confirm, and here now you will find an extended version of all the factory settings that you would want to configure for this device. For example, if you want to check your touchscreen and if you want to see if anything is wrong with your display, you can click on this and find out if a touch is working or not. This will clear up and tell you that the touchscreen is completely fine and you have nothing to worry about. The next thing you can configure is the car model in your CAN bus. So if your device came with a CAN bus system, you can click on the car model right here to select which exact model of the car you are using, so that the screen will adapt to that model and give you the options relevant to your model. For example, I have a Hyundai Santa Fe Sport, which is this option right here, and this was by default selected, but for any reason, if you want to configure this, you can go ahead and do that here. The other important thing right here is the HD reversing video format. If you are using your CarPlay screen to integrate with the factory original Hyundai reverse camera, then by default, the screen will come in as set up as TVI as the reversing video format, but you can click on it and select to AHD if you are using an aftermarket full HD reverse camera. Please make sure to switch this
option to AHD. Otherwise, your screen will not know that the input of the reverse camera is switched from original factory camera to the aftermarket camera. So I'm going to switch it back to TVI, and this way the screen will now understand my input for the reverse camera is the factory reverse camera. Moving on to the next options. Here you have other settings like the boot screen logo. You can click on this and select any other logo that you would like. These are the default options right here, but if you want to learn how to make a custom image as your default logo, click the video here on the top right to a step-by-step instruction on how to do that on any Android CarPlay device. And coming down to the MCU upgrade, make sure you connect to your Wi-Fi and go to your MCU upgrade, and this way you can upgrade the software if a version is available. And the next thing we'll do is go to the user setting, and here you will find all kinds of settings such as backup and reset, delay, power off, etc. These are settings that you don't usually change and you keep it as is. And finally, in the settings, you will have the system settings where you have the date and time, accessibility, developer options, device information, etc. So this wraps up the device settings. So we can go back, go to the homepage. In the homepage, you have the option for calls, menu drawer, CarPlay, and general settings. So here we saw the settings some time ago. And here, if I click on this, I will directly go to the CarPlay option, which I'll come to in some time. Here will be your call options. There you can directly dial, or you can also give a command to the screen to call a number. Once you install this screen, you will have to go to your menu and then click on the equalizer option right here, and then adjust your sound to the setting you want. For example, here's the equalizer button, which I currently set up to the pop setting. You can click on the drop down and select any kind of settings that you want, which is suitable to your music preferences. Here you'll find the field if you have a preference of switching front, rear, left or right speaker of the car. Here you will have the option to play with your surround sound, and here will be your stereo enhancement, your bass enhancement, and your sound filter. And these are some settings that I had to configure after installing the screen. So the next thing you will have here is the CarLink app, and this CarLink app is the CarPlay app for your car. We will go to this app in a second, and here you will have a shortcut to your CarBit link. This is to mirror your screen. Here you'll have a Google Chrome shortcut, a steering wheel control shortcut, a file manager right here, Google Maps, music player, and so on and so forth. You also have access to a radio app that you can use to connect your AM and FM. You also have an operations guide right here. For example, if I click on radio, it gives me a step-by-step instruction on how things work on the radio. The other set of settings you will have here will be the vehicle settings. Once you click on that, you will only be able to change the language of the vehicle. You have a set of languages here that you can select if you are comfortable with that. Now let's quickly talk about the buttons here. This is your menu button that goes to your menu or the home screen. Here are the quick widgets that you could control directly. If you want to play songs, go to FM, check the speed of the car, which directly uses the satellite, not the OBD. Here you have the band for AM and FM, which goes to the radio directly. And here you have the navigation option, which opens the Google Maps, which I set it up some time ago. And here you have the mute on, mute off, which is also available on your steering wheel. And here you have the loud on and loud off. So if you go to your equalizer right here, you have the equalizer on, and here's the loud. I turned off the loud option for me. If you like the sound quality, you can click on loud to automatically turn on loud option whenever you are listening to radio or music. You can directly click on here, so it will turn that off. This knob right here is for volume increase and decrease, and you can also click on this to turn off your screen temporarily, just like that. And you can click on it again and it will turn it on just from the start. All right, now let's look into the CarPlay app. So you can directly click here on this icon to turn on your CarPlay, or you can also go to your menu and click on CarLink app. This will directly go to your CarPlay. To connect your CarPlay, the first step you have to do is go to your Bluetooth and pair your phone to the screen's Bluetooth device. If you want to change the name of your CarPlay or your Bluetooth, go to the settings right here and change the name to whatever you want. Put a pairing password, and then you will be able to pair it with your car automatically. And once your Bluetooth is successfully connected, you can go ahead and click on the CarPlay app, and that will open up your CarPlay. Now let's finally talk about the settings of your CarPlay. Once you go to your menu option right here, here is your CarLink. You have to make sure that the CarPlay is not connected with your phone's Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. I'm disconnected right here, and I can go to my CarPlay, click on this icon right here that goes to the CarPlay settings. You can select the Wi-Fi network system for your CarPlay, the frame per second, and you can toggle on your automatic connection so that whenever you turn on your car, your CarPlay is the first thing that turns on and connects to your device. And once it connects with your car, it's a basic CarPlay that you can use on your Santa Fe Sport. So let's go for a drive and see how this CarPlay screen looks while driving. I'm going to put the car in reverse, and here you go. The original factory camera has turned on by itself. And as you can see, once I turn my steering wheel, it gives me a trajectory of where my turning should look like. Check the response of the CarPlay screen. It is really dynamic and it keeps on updating by itself. And the fun part is you could always talk to Siri whenever you want, and it makes it really efficient for you to provide commands to it whenever you are on the road and want to have things done hands-free. This screen is also equipped with DSP, which means your factory speakers and amplifiers will be completely compatible and amplified with the factory speakers. And this makes the sound quality really good in the car, and even better than what the factory sound quality is supposed to be. I'm going to give you a demonstration once I park the car, and you will understand what I'm talking about. Alright, so I'm going to play some non-copyrighted music right here just to see how it sounds in the car. So there you go. The sound quality of the car is amazing. I really like the product. It gives me a factory Hyundai look in this car, and it is pretty simple installation, very much plug and play. I have a full installation video linked in the description. If you guys are interested, do check it out. Let me know what you guys think of this brief review video, and if you have any settings or questions that you have for this specific product, put them down in the comments below and I will try my best to answer them. I do use this product on a daily basis in my car, and it's been almost about 6 months I've been using this product daily. And if you guys are interested in this screen, I'm going to put a link in the description. Use my code BuildFixCars to get a 5% off on your purchase. Thank you guys for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe. And until next time, I'll see you in the next one. Siri, play Rap Caviar on Spotify.
Rap Caviar now playing on Spotify.